Hey everyone, Matt here, and welcome to the new Let's Play. Let's Play Dark Cloud. Now, the first video that I will have uploaded before this, I don't really have a schedule set for this series yet, but, that was basically just the introduction of the game, and this is the first part after the village was destroyed. Ah, Link, you're alive. Seems like we're the only ones in the village that survived. We never dreamt this had happened. One night our village is gone. Can you believe this, Link? I feel so helpless. I, the mayor of the village, can't do anything about it. What am I supposed to do now? I don't know. I'm just a kid. I guess the only thing we can do is to get help from the guardian of Nurun village, Dran. Dran will not abandon us. He'll help us for sure. I have a favor to ask, Link. Go into the Divine Beast Cave and tell Dran what has happened. Divine Beast Cave is the cave outside towards your right-hand side. You've probably seen it before. I may be imagining things, but I sense something has changed about the cave. Be careful. This is the cave key. Cave key acquired. I put the things you might need in your bag for you. Don't get carried away. If you get in trouble in there, come back and I'll get you more supplies. Good luck. Alright, first things first, open this up, get a free reward. A spiky bug's coming out. And you get a prickly. Not really any use at the moment, but definitely has some use later on. And I believe that's all. Let's check our stuff real quick. So he's given us one of all the essential things, really. Tasty water, bread, repair powder, escape powder, and an antidote. The important stuff. Now, for those who have never seen this game before, which I'd be somewhat sad because it's one of my favorite games of all time. It's a hack and slash sort of Zelda-esque thing, but the dungeons are randomly generated and it has more level up statistics, which we will get into immediately as we head into the Divine Beast Cave. Now, I don't have anything prepared other than weaknesses and all drop items, so whenever we come into a contact with a new monster, I will tell you what its type is, which is something that you can use to defeat it better. Also, we get to see the Fairy King again. It's for real this time, Link. From here on, you'll be put to the true test. First, conquer this wretched Divine Beast's cave and find Dran's lair. That's your first goal. Since you're a beginner, I'll give you a lesson on how to fight in a dungeon. First, to advance to the next floor in a dungeon, acquire the gate key for the door leading to the next floor. Each dungeon has a different gate key. For the Divine Beast Cave, Dran's crest will be that gate key. A gate key is almost always carried in the dungeon. You must defeat the monsters to acquire the gate key. Since you can't tell which one has the key, you'll just have to defeat them all one by one. Next, I'll tell you how to return to the ground level, rather than advancing to the floor below. To return to the ground level, mind connect with me. In other words, speak with your mind. When you do this, I will transport your body to the ground level. Just select Leave Dungeon from the main menu. But beware, if there are monsters left on the floor, the mind connect won't work, and it will be blocked by their evil energies. In such cases, use the item Escape Powder to get out on your own. The Nurun village chief has lots of it, so be sure to get it before you go. You could have told me when I was actually out there, but I'm good. You can also mind connect with me when you go through the gate to the next floor of the dungeon. When you re-enter the dungeon, you can start at the next new level, so you don't have to worry about losing progress. Whew. Next, it's on to the weapons. Be aware that weapons are breakable. The more you use a weapon, the more it wears, and finally it breaks. Broken weapons will disappear. To prevent weapons from breaking, use the item Repair Powder. It will restore the whip. The longer you use a weapon by repairing, the more magic it absorbs from monsters and thus becomes stronger. It said when a weapon reaches its full strength, it can change into a more powerful form. Keep that in mind. Oh, I cast a special spell on your dagger, so you have on you, so it'll never disappear. I wish you'd cast that on all of my weapons. Jesus. But all the new weapons you will get during your quest will disappear once they break, so be careful. Don't waste your hard work by letting a weapon break and disappear. Finally, the important stuff. The sphere. Now, I said Alta in the previous video. I think it's actually Atla, like an atlas. So I'm going to call him Atla now, and I don't know which one is right. So I might be flip-flopping between the two. When I originally played the game, I always said Alta, because I thought it looked like Alt, even though the letters are a little misarranged. The important stuff. The sphere Atla, where I protected and sealed the fragments of the world. If you see an Atla, don't hesitate to touch it. You can absorb the contents of the Atla into the Atlamilaya. I've never known how to pronounce that word by touching it. When you return to the surface, you will be able to begin reassembling these fragments of the world. Whoops! Today's lesson ran a little long. That's it for the lecture today. Now Link, show me your true ability on this quest. Oof. You talk a lot, old man. There's a lot of tutorials in this beginning area, and I already hear the first enemy. So here we have a cave bat. Now, these are sky creatures, obviously. And hold on. There's also dashers, which are beasts. Now, dashers and cave bats have no weaknesses. So, any element will do normal damage to them. Cave bats drop, or no, they don't. Cave bats don't drop anything except money, I believe. But you can steal antidote drink, or no, they can drop and steal. No, it's only you can steal antidote drinks from cave bats, and dashers drop and have bread that are stealable. Whew, man, that was confusing. I've never really tried to do a game like this before. I have to do a lot of stuff on the fly. God damn it, I'm already poisoned. Okay, so the best way to... Woof. I'm getting ganged up on here. So, another thing you can do is... You can charge up your attacks, which is very good to do against cave bats because they are extremely annoying. And it one-shots them. Need to get into my inventory. I'm doing very poorly at this. Whew, it has been a while since I've played. So that would explain a few things. I haven't actually practiced very much for this. And from what practice I did do, I did with my maxed out account, or maxed out character. So I was able to one-shot everything pretty much. And had unlimited food. So I didn't have to worry about that. And in that Atla, I found some road, which will help us rebuild our city and make it prosper once again, make it even better perhaps. I would like to open this chest. Thank you. Magical crystal. Now, as you can see, the blue bar on the upper left is our health, the orange one is our weapons health, and the third one is thirst. You actually need to quench your thirst in this game. And after all that talking, I'm feeling pretty thirsty myself, so I might have to take a drink here at some point. Maybe in between floors. Aha, I saw a name of a new enemy behind us. We have the map, which fills out the rest of the map. And this is a skeleton soldier, the first enemy which can block. It actually has a shield in which can block our attacks. That doesn't happen too often now. And also, skeleton soldiers drop bread but have nothing that are stolen. Their type is undead for effectiveness, and they are weak to the element holy, which should be obvious. Really quickly, I'm gonna bring up my thirst, and I'm gonna use my repair powder a little early, just because I want it to be done with in one trip. There's a lot of stuff. I don't remember when we got the compass, but we must have gotten the compass earlier as well, because it shows us where all chests and Alta are, or Atla. Atla is actually comes up green on the map, while chests come up white. Sorry, I had to think there for a second. There will also be other things on the map, such as white circles, like large white circles, which are how would I, like random buff or debuff. It could be good, it could be bad. It's usually good. Usually it's just a strength increase, but other than that, it's not bad. Sometimes you can lose money, usually you can gain money. So, depends. Now I will say this much, you cannot get cave keys from... Oh, and that's message... Whoa, a lot of stuff to explain. That message lets us know that our dagger is upgradable. So you can customize a dagger by putting you can customize a weapon by putting attachments onto it. This one increases magical damage, which will increase our element, which is just 4 wind. But if you upgrade it with nothing in it, it still gets like minor stat boosts. Like you'll see that its attack goes up to 7, it was 6, its endurance went up, the speed went up. Basically, just the base stuff goes up if you don't have anything. And we got a prickly off of the dasher, so you can also get just random items off them as well. But usually it'll be the ones I list. Those are the most common ones. I might die from poison. That would suck. That would suck a lot. If I do die in a floor, I will cut out me doing the return trip, as I don't think it'll be very fun. I will try to get all the Alta and such on the first run, though. I don't believe I have the key yet, though. Yeah, so I can't leave. So what I'm going to do is, instead of letting myself die, I'm going to use the escape powder to leave. I don't remember if poison kills you in this game. I think it does. And even if it doesn't, I have a high chance of getting hit and just dying anyway. And then you lose half your money, and you have to leave anyway. So now that we've left, we're going to get a tutorial on how to rebuild the world. Ha ha ha! Seems like you finally come back with some Atla. Very well, I shall teach you as promised. The pieces sealed inside the Atla are released by touching the Atla with your left hand where the power of the Atlamala resides. Buildings and people that were sucked into the Alamata will be restored to their original form. Once you bring them back to the ground level, you can arrange them as you wish. By going back and forth between the dungeon and the ground level, you can restore the earth to its original form. That's your mission as the one who was granted the power of the Atalamata. Now, let us move on. This may get a bit technical. If you wanted to place buildings, etc., press the select button while walking to go to edit mode. Pressing the select button again will return you to walking mode. In edit mode, you can reassemble buildings that have fallen apart and place them on the ground. Seeing is believing. Try it for yourself. Must be faster than listening to my lecture. Oh yes. And if you ever forget anything, if you ever forget things I teach you, use this. The manual. Nobody reads the manual. It's a guide for using the Alamata and other things. I wrote it for beginners like you. I've had a lot of time on my hands. Manual can be selected by the main menu. Read it very carefully. Nobody reads them. Okay, I leave the world's reconstitution to you. I'll be watching. So long. That should be the last time we see him, Knight, and we're gonna see him some more. Sorry if this is loud, I'm getting a soda. There's so much talking in this episode that my voice is starting to give out on me. So after we do this, I'm probably going to be done for the episode. So the Macho House is this building. Oof, man. So whenever you do the building of towns, there is the collection, which is just collecting things out of the dungeon, completion, which is completing things built, and request, which is the hardest thing to fulfill. Requests are specific things that the NPCs want you to do. Now it says 0% because I haven't actually put the people into the building, and we actually don't have them all. But for the Macho Brothers, they want to be as close to the dungeon as possible, so that's why I'm placing them here. I will try to explain all of my placements for buildings, and you can build your own cities the way you want them to be built. Because there are many ways to qualify for what's it called? There's just many ways to build the buildings while still gathering the necessary pieces, while still meeting the necessary requirements. That's what I meant. So I just talked to him a bunch to get my stuff back, so now I have all that. And yep, my weapon is still +1, it's fully healed, everything's good to go. And I know it might be a little short compared to my other videos, but I would like to upload more frequently, so my videos might be a bit smaller, around the 15 to 20 minute range instead of like the 30-minute range I was doing with my Dust Let's Play. But with that, this has been Fox, or this has been Matt. Sorry, I'm so used to people calling me Fox on the internet. But that's a whole nother story. This has been Matt, and I'll see you guys next time.